friends, welcome back. My name is Lynette if you're new. I live in Sarasota, Florida. I'm a mom of 4 and I stay quite busy around the home. There's always baking and cooking and things like that that need to be done. And this week I am trying to do some maybe Valentine's inspired dishes. I know you're going to be seeing it after the fact. I guess I wasn't quite on top of my game here and getting it out soon enough, but it just is how it is. It worked out with my schedule. I want to do some baking, and also I might have a meal or two in here for you, just kind of taking you along with me as I'm doing some things. I have some cookware that I want to talk about a little bit. Hopefully you feel inspired and you enjoyed this video. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. I would love that. I'm gonna try and do some chocolate covered strawberries if I can. So I need to try and rinse my strawberries and kind of let them dry. It's almost strawberry season here in Florida. We can get strawberries year round, obviously, but definitely tell a difference once they are in season and we can get them locally, things like that. Saw my friend Steph, again, I keep mentioning her channel, This Golden Hour. She was making some Valentine's Day treats, which very much inspired me. So I'm gonna start out with the sugar cookies. I've generally been using the recipe from the Hope's Table cookbook. The other thing is that I've been doing, if I don't wanna bother with actual cutouts, is doing the sugar cookie bars. And I have a recipe on Pinterest. I will link that below. It is so good. It's so much easier. You don't have the mess of all the dough and the cutouts and all that. You just press it into a bar pan and then you make a frosting, and it has almond flavoring in it, which it's so good. It actually reminds me a bit more of like your crumble cookies or something, the ones you would buy. So I am going to get started with the dough and put that in the fridge. So I have some of these melting wafers, the Ghirardelli ones, and I'm gonna just melt them in the microwave. I want to try to work on my strawberries while the dough is refrigerating. I also discovered I don't have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, which I was suspicious of this morning. So I put in an order quick to do a drive up at Target because I saw they had some, and I'll go back there once that's ready. But in the meantime, my dough needs to chill, and I do need to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. I was thinking of doing breakfast for dinner, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I've been wanting to try a Dutch baby pancake, where you do it in like the cast iron pan, but I don't know if I want to do it for dinner or not. I also have some ground beef out, so I'll see once. I got to give it some thought and look at some recipes. I still need to put some frosting on the other side if I can. If not, I might just leave it. And hopefully everyone will enjoy these. I've got a really pretty plate here. My grandma, so my dad's mom, was giving away some of her dishes, and some of the grandchildren could pick out some. And so I chose this one. It's so pretty. So I think I'm gonna put my strawberries on this plate. And I had one and it tasted really good. Just in time. Would you like a chocolate covered strawberry?
I am always in the mood for chocolate covered strawberry.
So. We are ready to roll out our cookies. I have my cookie cutters. Harper's taking a quick nap, and I'm hoping I can get this done I'm a little late in starting because I got to go get the boys from school.
All the dough. Yes, you do.
I made these over Christmas and I refrigerated the dough overnight. And I should probably not have, well, it was fine. It's just if the dough is so cold and hard, it was harder to roll out. But eventually it was okay then. It's just a couple hours is really all you need. And I'm not making a really big batch this time. I did half a batch.
Half a little bit. Oh, I got it.
Here, put another small one in here.
That one's. Done, Dad?
First one in for the oven.
Done. They'd be embarrassed.
So I want to add a little bit of pink to the frosting, and rather than using the food coloring, I'm going to use Steph from the School Hours idea of blending up freeze-dried strawberries. I think I might put a little bit more in because I don't really taste the strawberry even, and it could be a little pinker.
I
You do?
do. You should have.
A little bit. Probably not going to show up on camera very well, but that's how it looks. I think it looks actually really cute. It's more of a rose color versus the fake pink, and it's much better for you. I'm waiting on the cookies to cool. Special thanks to Caraway for sponsoring today's video. I have used Caraway cookware for a number of years now. Caraway is a non-toxic kitchenware brand that offers high quality kitchen essentials, cookware, you name it. And if you take care of their products, you'll be able to use them for a long while. If you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you will have seen me use these green pans. These are from Caraway, and they're their non-stick style. I do use them heavily. I use them daily. But they've recently come out with a new line of enameled cast iron, and I love it. I've had 2 pieces, and they sent me another one. They sent me a Dutch oven. So most enameled cast iron only has 2 or 3 layers of enamel, but Caraway actually has 5, making them super durable, and they have a limited lifetime warranty. I know that growing up, cookware is a big thing in the Amish Mennonite community as a whole. They focus very much on buying quality, and it's something that I was used to is paying more for your cookware. And so Caraway is a brand that I feel like is more expensive, but it's also for a reason. Founder of Caraway actually overheated a PTFE, or the Teflon style pan, and he got sick with the Teflon flu. He found out after researching a little bit that within 2.5 minutes of heating a pan, for instance, up to 500 degrees, it gives out these toxic chemicals. He decided to go about creating something that does not do that. So with their cast iron duos, the first ones I got were the fry pan here, and it has a lid that can be interchanged with the other one, which is like a brazier. So these are the 2 pieces that I've had for, I don't know, half a year maybe or so. With the enamel coating on it, it's a protective thing so that you don't have to worry about your pans getting rusty or becoming smelly like your standard cast iron would. So if you're wanting to swap out your pans for a non-toxic option, I'd highly recommend Caraway. I would recommend their cast iron duo. You do have to take care of these pans. You cannot use metal scrapers and like scrubbies and things that are abrasive to the surfaces, whether you're getting the cast iron or your Caraway pans. You have to take care of these and be gentle with them, and they will hold up a long time. So go check out my link in the description box and check out all of their cookware and use my discount code Yoder10 for 10% off of your online order. And you can save on all of their products site-wide. I would recommend their cast iron duo, maybe the Dutch oven and the fry pan. So feel free to browse the website, check it out, and ask questions if you have some. Another thing I think I'm gonna do today is bake some no-knead bread. And it's gonna be like an artisan loaf, but it's not gonna be sourdough. Mainly because I know that a lot of you do sourdough, but I know a lot of you don't. And this is an alternative to sourdough. It's a lot quicker and it still gives the same effect. It's obviously not as good for you, but it's much better than your store-bought breads. And it still gives you that crusty loaf, and you can do it in a Dutch oven. There's some very easy recipes on Pinterest, and I think I'm gonna try it out. So I've also decided, I think, to do breakfast for dinner. I'm not even sure what Nick's schedule is gonna be like tonight. He's extremely busy right now with managing the bike business down here that he does, the e-bikes, and so he's very much in and out, and I don't really feel like making like a super heavy meal for some reason, and I kind of have breakfast in my head. Last night we had taquitos, homemade, and those were really good. And I also will share that in this video, so I'll put that in there as well. It's more of a, I don't know, party type of food, I guess, but also quick and easy dinner for you at home. I stopped at Mom and Dad's place, and my grandma sent me home with some star fruit. They're not super flavorful, but you can eat them, like you slice them, and that, or people said that you can put them in like drinks and things like that. So I brought a couple home. I don't know when I'm gonna use them. There's one or two that aren't the most ripe yet.
It was a cake right there, and I'm not gonna. Oh, okay, I'll do that size. Go do it. Can I have, like, this one?
Is it good?
Once my done?
Yeah. Is it good? All right, I'm done frosting them. I've got a couple more on a plate as well. And the strawberries are half gone already. They're not necessarily fancy, but I just think they're really fun. And I've never really done anything for Valentine's Day before. And so they're cute. I think I'm gonna generously flour it because it's really wet. There's lots of air bubbles in there. So I put my Caraway Dutch oven in while it was preheating to get it nice and hot. And then I'm gonna set my parchment in there. And then I'm gonna bake it for around 30 minutes or so with the lid on, and then another 10 to 15 to get it kind of golden and crusty on top. show you guys the versatility of the cast iron pan. You can also do crepes in these. It's not as easy, I'll say that, just because of the weight of it, but it can be done. So if you're wanting something that's very versatile, cast iron is definitely the way to go, in my opinion, as far as you can do steaks, you can do all kinds of things. Actually, the only cookware I have is Caraway, so I can definitely speak to, you know, just using them and all of that.
Mom,
What?
I can't go.
This is what it looks like. It's still pretty hot. So this is definitely something that anyone, I feel like, could do. I mean, it looks good. Yeah, it doesn't have as many holes as sourdough and all of that, but I think if you want kind of a similar effect. All right, got dinner ready here. We can do a variety of different toppings. Got my crepes, some fruit, also some bacon. Let's order delivery at home. I told you I had made taquitos and I did film it. Unfortunately, I can't share the exact recipe, but I thought it would give you some inspiration because I've never made them before and they're actually pretty easy. I got the recipe from the Food from the Heart cookbook, their #2 cookbook, and highly recommend it, and I will link it below. I'm going to cook some chicken and shred it. You could even use like a rotisserie chicken, honestly. Add in some cream cheese and maybe sour cream or plain Greek yogurt like I did, and you can season it a little bit. Add in some shredded cheese, jalapenos if you want, some of the jalapeno juice if you feel like it, and then you will shred it up and you'll put it in a burrito. Just roll it up really tight, and then the topping is basically going to be a butter, melted butter with taco seasoning, and you're going to brush that on and bake it at, I think, 400 for, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes probably, and you'll flip them halfway in between and then bake them another, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes or so till they're kind of crispy looking. And they were really good. They have a little bit of spice to it, but I really enjoyed it. The boys thought they were great, and I think I'll definitely make them again. It's kind of a twist on enchiladas. I am going to conclude the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're looking to swap out some of your pans, maybe for a more non-toxic option, definitely check out Caraway. You can find all of that linked in my description box. Use my code YODER10 for 10% off site-wide. I have had a long day in the kitchen, but it's been fun to have some fun treats for my family, and I am looking forward to relaxing a little bit. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.